Hello folks, welcome to Cyberblocks. Today in this video we are going to see what is mining in blockchain. So let's get started with our video. To understand mining we need to know two things. What is transaction, and another one is what is a nonce. I have explained what is a transaction and nonce in my previous video. I will I will provide you the link in the description. You can just watch those videos. These two things are very crucial to understand the mining in the blockchain. For now, I'll just give a brief over what is a transaction and a nonce. For better understanding, you can just go to those videos and watch what is a transaction and a nonce. Let's see what is a transaction. Suppose you are going to a shop and to buy some product, and that product is of 2 bitcoins. So what you will do is you will transfer 2 bitcoins from your account to the product owner's account, and this will be recorded in the blockchain as a transaction. This is a simple thing, simple way to understand what is a transaction on the blockchain. Now let us see what is a nonce. Nonce is a number which miners intend to find in order to successfully mine a block. Suppose we have some blocks in the blockchain already, and miner want to mine block number X and add it to the chain. So in order to add this block in this blockchain, he has to find a number which is known as nonce. So if he finds successfully, the miner finds that number, then he will be able to add that particular block number X to the blockchain. So in simple terms, we can say that nonce is a number which miner intend to find in order to successfully mine a block. This is a simple explanation of what is a transaction and a nonce. And let us see what is a mining now. Now imagine there is a treasure. Like in order to acquire this treasure, you need to solve a riddle. So you and whoever solves this riddle first, they will be getting the treasure. Suppose like you and so there will not be a single miner in the network. There will be plenty of miners who will be trying to solve this riddle. So whoever solves this riddle first, so they will get the treasure. In our case, the treasure is adding the block to the blockchain, and whatever the monetary mining bitcoins you will get through mining, and other thing is transaction fees that you will be getting after mining the block. So this will be our treasure, and the riddle will be finding the nonce. So whichever miner finds first, I mean the solves the problem and finds the nonce first, will be able to add the block to the blockchain, and he will be awarded with Bitcoin or whatever on whatever network he is working. He will be awarded with that currency, and the all the his transactions will be added to the block. And sorry, not transact really sorry, he will be getting all the transactions which are associated with the transactions whichever he or she have added in the block. Let us take our previous example. Say there is a person X, and there is a person Y, and person X is sending some 2 bitcoins to person Y. So there will be a transaction created, and then transaction will go and sit inside something called mempool. And all the miners who are part of that network, like say miner 1, miner 2, they will take the transactions from the mempool, and they will add it in the block and try to find the nonce. If they successfully find the nonce, that block, whatever the block they have mined, will be added to the blockchain. Say miner have successfully found a nonce for whatever the transactions he have added, then his block say block number X will be added to the chain. And while miner is adding the transactions from like miners will be taking the transactions from the mempool and they will be adding to the block, and that block will be added to the blockchain. That is the entire concept of mining. So in that process, whenever a miner adds a particular transaction, say transaction whatever transaction X to Y, that is of 2 BTC, say 2 BTC. So he will check, the miners will verify whether this whatever the person X is sending 2 bitcoins to person Y, whether he has the 2 bitcoins or not. Sorry, 2 BTCs. If he doesn't have, then that transaction will not be valid. And so all that validity and all the miners will be checking before they are adding some transactions to the blockchain. So they will pick all the transactions which are valid and which are verified by the miner, verified, and then they will put those transactions inside a block. That block will be getting added to the blockchain. Before adding all that any transactions to the block, the miners, it is a miner's duty to verify the transactions. They will be verifying all the transactions. So now whatever we saw, like it is a miner's duty to verify a transactions, whether it is a valid transactions or not. So miner may, like there might be some persons who might like try to tampering the things, whether in the transactions, whatever we saw the transaction from transaction in between X and Y, whether X has 2 bitcoins or not. If the miners wants to tamper this thing, whether it sorry this person X has a 2 bitcoins or not, he wants to tamper, they can do it. But after get, like before the block, whatever the block has been mined, say block number X is mined by a single miner, if this block consists of a like tampered transactions, this will not get added to the blockchain. And how does happen is, before this block getting added to the blockchain, there will be all competitors as well. Like we saw now, there will not be a single miner, there will be other miners as well. So before this particular block number X getting added to the chain, these miners as well has to approve that like this block is a valid block. And to do that, they are going to validate all the transactions which are in the block and everything, whatever the proofs he has submitted, like nouns and all, date, everything. His other miners are also going to approve. Once that is approved by all the miners in the chain, then this block is going to be added to the chain. Until or unless that is not going to be added to the blockchain. So this is how like tampering is avoided. We might think like miners are doing so much of work, like verifying all the transactions and doing the stuff like adding the block to the blockchain. So what is the profit they are gaining from this? Like what is the reward or everything? Why they are doing this? So there are majorly two things which they will be getting. One is block reward, and other is the transaction fees. Block reward is nothing but like on whatever network they are, the miners are doing the work, they will be getting that network's coin, the cryptocurrency. For if suppose your the miner is working on the Bitcoin blockchain, then they will be awarded with bitcoins. If they are working on Ethereum, they will be awarded with Ethereum and etc. And what is the transaction fee? Like this is a fees that the user, in our example we saw na, person X is sending some bitcoins to person Y. So to like validate this transactions, or they add this transaction to the chain, the persons will also be adding some of transactions fees to that, which will be very minor. It depends, like what you can just add any transactions fee which you want, like and then the miner will be picking the transactions based on these fees as well. Higher the miner, higher the chances like your block getting added to the blockchain very early. So this like it will be 0.02 BTCs and all, like something it will based on the network, the transactions fees also, and this transaction fee will be going to miners. So these are the two things which the miners will be getting. One is the block reward, like getting rewarded with a particular currency, for mining the block, and the transaction fees. The mining process is based on something known as consensus. We will see what is a consensus and types of consensus in the future videos. For now, there is something called consensus, which is followed by every mining process. And Bitcoin blockchain, BTC blockchain, follows proof of work consensus. Proof of work. We will see what are the different types of consensus and everything in the future videos. That's it for this video. For such interesting topics, please do like and subscribe to the channel.